Hi everyone, I'm new to this and would appreciate any feedback you have. Thank you to all my new supporters. Now to the story. She lowers her head in embarrassment, her face turning red. She apologizes to her teacher for her family's actions, feeling sorry for the trouble they caused. He tells her that she isn't at fault and that she now has a new family with Zon, her brothers, and him. There's no need to return to that place. Both Zon and her are welcome to stay at his home. She tears up upon hearing him speak of her as a family member and nods in agreement. He encourages them to feel at ease and to help themselves to the hot pot. The teacher explains the rules for this style of eating. The center part of the table is for cooking in the hot pot, and the food should be eaten once it's cooked. The 4 large square sections are for cooking vegetables, while the 4 small sections at the corners are for simmering vegetables, which is better for long-term cooking. Zon wants to know what path he will follow. His teacher explains that everyone has their own journey, and even he isn't sure of what the future holds for Zon. Zon goes deep into thought, wondering what his own path will be. The teacher, with a look of disbelief, suddenly comes to a halt. He sees the hot pot, with a confused look, asks where his meat and vegetables have gone. Xia Yue blushes as she shyly pushes a bowl of meat she prepared for him. Zon, worried about what the teacher said, takes the bowl. Embarrassed, he covers the bowl with his hands and changes the subject, asking where the sister-in-laws are. His senior brother says that they are fighting and holding their positions for them. Zon realizes they can handle the fight alone and the masters aren't needed. Xia Yue, however, says they must have sex first for that to happen. He has been meaning to confirm with Zon if Xia Yue is really an E-rank spirit. Zon explains that she was E-rank at the start, but he has the ability to revive divinity and used it on her. Now, she is an SSS rank spirit. His brothers are in shock. One says it's unheard of, while the other doubts him, thinking he must be joking about having such a unique ability. Zon explains that while outsiders may think he chooses contract spirits randomly, he never takes on an ordinary spirit. Due to his talent, he seizes any chance with a divine soul, no matter how low its level. He thinks to himself that there are still 9 ancient weapons out there. In a firm tone, the teacher tells Zon not to reveal his talents to anyone except them. He also orders his students to classify all information about Zon and Xia Yue as top secret when they return, and ensure that no one sees it. They all agree, and the students happily tell the teacher they have good news. Daxia has won 19 consecutive battles against monsters, recovered 6 lost territories, and expanded its total territory by 20%. The teacher raises his cup for a toast, happily declaring, "The news they bring is fantastic." They raise their glasses and toast to the bright future of the country. They all enjoy their drinks into the night. When they arrive at a house, Zon asks if the teacher is drunk. The teacher laughs and says that Zon has underestimated him. He looks back, smiles, and tells Zon not to worry about him. Instead, he should be excited about their new home. Zon was surprised to find out that the teacher actually owned a house in Shenlin City. He explains that this city is where his wife is from. He asks where his wife is and why she isn't here with him. He suddenly stops, recalling a memory, and with frustration, he says that she died fighting. He explains that the world only knows that he, Li Shetong, turned the tide and defeated the 3 insect emperors, but no one remembers her name. He adds, "But without her, what would I be?" Zon apologizes for mentioning his wife and making him feel sad. He shouldn't have brought it up. He tells Zon to be nicer to Yue from now on. They aren't just tools for fighting. They're real people with feelings and are also your other half. Yue feels embarrassed when he calls her Zhan's other half. Zon asks if he can tell him his wife's name, believing that as long as someone remembers her, she won't be forgotten. The teacher then comments that Zon is very different from others and matches his preferences. Her name is Lingmei. He remembers that during that historic battle, he defeated 1 insect emperor, and she fought against 2. If she were still alive, she would deserve the honor of saving Daxia even more than he does. He tells Zon that it's getting late and advises him to find a room he likes, and to get some rest. Zon agrees. Later into the night, the teacher sits outside on the grass with a picture of his wife, Xiaomei, and reflects that he can't remember the last time they watched the moon together. A voice calls out, breaking his moment with his wife. Zan says that since the master's wife isn't present, they will keep him company and enjoy the moon together from now on. He comments, "You cheeky boy," but seeing Zan reminds him of the times when he and Xiaomei were young. However, if Zan wants to protect those he loves, he needs to be strong. Next, he will teach Zan his best boxing skills. As a yellow aura begins to glow around him, he lets out a powerful roar as he channels his energy for an attack. He punches the tree with such force that it snaps in half. These boxing techniques are known as Bakuquan. They involve 8 Q points on the human body. Mastering these 8 points will allow you to surpass your limits. A similar aura glows around Zan as he strikes the air, asking, "Am I doing it right?" The teacher can hardly believe his eyes and wonders, how is this possible? His other student, Wei Cheng, took half a year to learn how to unlock the paths, but this kid figured it out with just one glance. Zan concentrates on a specific spot, reflecting that this sensation feels just right. If you've made it to the end of the video, please give it a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thank you for watching.